As you know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and we have created a lot of content regarding most common mental health related issues like anxiety, depression, cognitive disorders, what kind of diet you should eat, what kind of exercises you should do, what you should do for your daily routine and habits. And in this video, we will be putting all these concepts together so that we could create a comprehensive overview. You know, have you noted that there are some people in this world, they get everything what they want in life, and nobody can stop them from getting what they want. And we always wonder what kind of magic potion they have, why they are so successful, and why other people are not successful. It is rooted into a science. The success, whether we call external success like financial success, physical success, emotional success, having a good family, all these kind of different connotation, no matter how we evaluate success, it has certain ingredients. And those ingredients are not new. No matter which religion you belong to, what kind of belief system you have, they all point towards the same thing, and all the religious techniques, social techniques, emotional techniques, or the newer name for these days is cognitive behavior therapies. They all are cultivating into certain aspects of your mind so that if you cultivate them, you have more control over your body, you have a better control over your emotions, you could think clearly, introspect, and you can come up with applications which are deeply rooted into science and reality. You could develop your own personal GPS with which you could live by, and also you could control your social environment, which is made up of other people, places, things, and events. So, what is that part? What is that magical part which is we are missing as a society, as individual human being? I grew up in India, and every home in India, especially if we go back about 40 years ago when we were growing up, every house has its own personal rituals and routines which they did. And those rituals, we never understood that at that time. And we just were made to do the things the way we our parents intended to do that. And the discrepancy was they were also doing the ritualistic behavior, but they could not never explain us why they are making us do certain things because they were made to do, and unconsciously they had a positive experience with the life without analyzing what might be the reason that happened, and that led to their accepting those rituals. So basically we lost the logic and we lost the beauty about those things. When we grew up, the first thing which we did was, or I know the word through me, whatever my personal experience, that's how I know the word. I became a rebel and I did exactly opposite to what those ritualistic things were. Then I immigrated to United States. Now I'm stripped of all old beliefs, stripped of all rituals, habits. So for me, it was like a fresh start. After passing medical school, I had opportunity to find myself. We, all of us in our life cycle, have some periods when this intense we desire to know who I am, why I'm here, all those these deep questions which every human being has, and everybody should have it so they could understand them and they could find a place. And I have to thank my dad at that time. I did India tour on a motorcycle, and I think that was the most transformative experience which I have in my life. That time which I spent with myself was priceless. I was able to understand myself, look at other people, find the differences and commonalities. And the beauty about India is you pass one state to another state, the whole world changes. The people, color, shape, body, language, eating pattern, everything is changing. And I think that is the most beautiful thing is like when you travel in India, it's like going to different country every 10 days. So I learned few things, and especially when you're on a journey to know yourself, you will always find you're more tuned to that, you are paying more attention, and that is the key component, attention. The difference between success and not fully realized person is attention. That is the faculty of mind which is the most important activity. If we don't have a control over our attention, where our focus is going, we live unconscious life. Let's talk. Brain is a beautiful organ, but at the same time, brain has to process so much information. It is processing 20,000 bits of data, 20 billion bits of data per second, not per minute, per second. So, so much information is coming to it. It has to develop processes to make sure that it works efficiently and it preserves us. When you eat, you don't have to think how the food is going to be digested. There should be a radar system that you are hungry or you are going to be hurt. Emotional system came through. Then somebody has to look at the information coming through, what is right for us, what is wrong for us. That's our cognitive function. Then from all of this, we develop certain rules of thumbs. Say, for example, let's take our thoughts. Everything which is coming into your brain, you don't think. You have developed a rule of thumbs. If this happen, this will happen. If and then, the way computer language is, that's exactly brain does to our thoughts. If this thought comes in, this is the reaction. So this whole process is heuristic and wrong. We know for a fact our perceptions are faulty. We don't perceive 100% what is being in front of us in the here and now. But at the same time, we brain efficiently makes this thing work. Second part is our emotions. Those are our emotional burden. You see somebody, you might have not seen them for last 40 years because there was a negative experience you had 40 years ago. You feel the same pain, same emotions right at that moment. If you have a positive, you feel the positive that way. Actions. Once you do something, your body, like say for example, all the athletes, they have so much of muscle memory. They don't, when they're shooting a hoop in a basketball game or throwing ball in football or playing soccer, this is all automatic. They do not know, they don't have to think at that time. They have a muscle memory of doing this thing. So all three things, your thoughts, your emotions, and your muscle, they all are automated in the form of heuristic, emotional buttons, and our habits. A combination of this automatic behavior where your conscious is not needed, that is called unsubconscious mind. And look at how beautifully our brain processes 20 bit 20 billion bits of data every second, and your conscious mind is only some, I don't know how they estimated it, it has only a 40-bit processor. So we live most of our life unconscious, and our processing in computer language is only a 40-bit processor. So if we want to achieve something, if we are an automaton, we thinking the same way, we are emoting the same way, and we are acting the same way, we are not going anywhere. We are going to be with total zombie, and we are not going to be able to get anything. If we have to do something creative, we must cultivate our attention. When we focus on something, that is attention. If you keep it for a long time, that is your concentration. If you can repeatedly on different days, day in, day out, you do that, that's your perseverance or your obsession or passion. Now, the second concept this comes in is if you develop attention, now when you are doing attention, you could pay attention on what you are here and now, or you could put attention in future, and you could draw what is your present state is, and you could draw in your mind the picture of your future. Once you, there are multiple techniques and there are multiple people who have done a lot of work in this field of imagining your future, of visualization your future. Currently, I think Dr. Joe Dispenza is doing a beautiful job in explaining. He has 3 books. Basically, in a nutshell, that's what he is trying to make people understand, taking older rituals, converted into neuroscience and quantum physics, and trying to explain and convince everybody how this thing works. So mental visualization, some call mirror, your future mirror, name anything. You are basically very vividly painting a picture or imagining that this is what you want to. They on YouTube, and you could find a lot of literature on law of attraction. That's exactly what this law of attraction is. That you make your whatever you want, you paint it, and it will turn into reality. But one part is missing: your visualization and a clear understanding based on your current reality, where you want to go. But what is missing is what it will take. That is what this video is about. To understand, A, to develop your attention. Second, have a clear picture of your where you want to go, or mental image or visualization of that. And third is back it up with the action. I can talk from my personal experience. There are a lot of things which, when you are an immigrant in a new country, that is, I think, the feeling of lightness and not having anything and starting fresh. And especially if you are a student of learning and doing this part, once you do that part, you are just free, and you could develop that picture. I can humbly report that a lot of life which I have with about my personal business, my financials, my children, my family, I kind of imagined this is how I wanted, and then I worked towards it. Because once I knew clearly this is what I wanted, I was able to imagine it. So from your attention to your concentration to your peer perseverance, and then creating a mental picture, and then finally backing it up with the action. This whole process, paying attention to something, keeping it focused on attention, clearly coming up with what you want, and then working for it. It is, to me, this is how I understood meditative experience or meditation. Because what you're doing is, as I described in the beginning, all your previous habits, emotional buttons, and heuristics. You see them very clearly where you are making difference or where you are making wrong. I picked up a habit from my mother when we were little. Every day she will wake us up at 4 o'clock. We were little children, we didn't understand. But that physical habit stuck with me, and I think that has served me a lot. So, from their actions, which you know that this is what it will take for you to achieve in life what you want to achieve, then you must convert into daily habits and daily routines. Once you are able to convert into daily routines and daily habits, then you will make anything happen. And whatever you want, you will be able to attract in your life. I have studied Mahatma Gandhi and lot of Western scholars. They had something very beautiful with this thing is. First thing was they created a daily journal. They value when you do write a daily journal, you're basically cultivating your faculty of attention and concentration. And then they had a most beautiful thing is what I am being grateful about and what I am remorseful about. So they knew what are the things right or wrong they're doing, and they were able to cultivate their faculty of attention. Then they focused very, very heavily that what do I have to do? So they changed their thinking patterns, they changed their emotional patterns, they got rid of their heuristics and started looking at the things here and now, and then giving themselves daily feedback. And that's how they cultivated all the daily routines. Mahatma Gandhi is known that every day when he woke up early in the morning, he knew very well that that is the time he is most creative. In neuroscientifically and also in our religious tradition, that's why in the morning your brain is still in the low wave state where you are not fully alert. And those states are known that you could, whatever you could imagine, perceive, you could write into permanent habits and emotional buttons and your heuristics. You could take care of the thing that is considered the most beautiful time. And the reason is you are in a low brainwave activity when the routine and things have not taken over your life and you are able to pursue it beautifully. So they start the day with very clear understanding what what I'm going to do whole day. Then in the end of the day, they wrote your gratitude journal and the things which they didn't complete or what they should have done. That's how they continue to cultivate their matter of over daily routines over and over. They cultivated these routines which helped them tremendously. And that's why there was only one Mahatma Gandhi, there is only one Martin Luther King, and name anything, any other bigger scholar who have achieved something of value. They're basically alone, but they had a very good habit of continuously leading to progress and continue to improve themselves. I hope I was able to convince that if you want what in your life, it will come to you, but you have to develop faculty of attention and direct into your vision of future. Paint your own picture of vision, then find out what price you have to pay, develop daily habits, be thankful for what you have, and strive to get what you want. And remorse, anxiety, and depression has no value. It is estimated if you are goal driven and you have a meaning and purpose in life, your anxiety level, depression, chaos in life, everything goes away and you are in harmony with your maker. Thank you very much. I will see you in next video. Thank you.